Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and I'm looking at Final Vendetta on the PC today. Yes, another PC release. And why am I looking at a PC game? Well, look at it. It's retro as anything, and it kind of rolls in two fighting games in one. Final Vendetta, Final Fight, and of course Vendetta. So how can that go wrong? So I'm going to be having a look at this within the time that I normally do, so around the sort of 10-15 minute mark, and we'll see. So you've got these three characters that you can play as here, and we're gonna play with this dude here, because well, look at, I mean, who's gonna strut across the street better than that? So it's kind of like, I guess it's like all of the sort of fighting games that you remember as a kid, all rolled into one. So I'm guessing he's like the Mike Haggar type character from Final Fight. But then there was also like a wrestling character in Vendetta as well. So it's kind of like everything rolled into one. But it's actually fairly good. I'm so enjoying it so far anyway. So yeah, graphically it is a retro game, is it not? You know, you've got all the key ingredients here. You've got the sort of overly sized sprites that we really we've come to love with these sort of games. Not sure about the strolling across the not even strolling, he's striding across the street there. Nice little touch with the pigeon on the ground there, and then going flying away as you approach it. So you can see here pretty much standard layout for the UI as well, with your health and lives, and you can build up a chain as well, chain attacks. And I'm on an 8 hit chain at the moment, but anything you do hit, doesn't matter if it's a box or a person or whatever, it will contribute to that chain. Now I think the chain will break if you get hit. Yeah, so I've just lost my 23 streak because she hit me, so there you go. So the standard affair, everybody has a different name. Zed, yep, Zed's about to be dead, baby. If you understand that reference, then me and you are friends. Anyway, yeah, it's very good. It's good fun, and lots going on in the background. Some nice scrolling here as well, actually, which you kind of expect from a PC game. But if I didn't tell you this was PC, I mean, would you know this was a modern game? Would you know that this was, released, well, this month, I believe? Is it something that you would recognise immediately as a new title? No, I don't think you would. I think if you saw this and I hadn't told you it was PC and released this year, I think you'd think, oh, what year was this? What game is this? I've never seen this in the arcades. Well, there you go. That's the aim of the game. It's to draw you back into the retro lifestyle. When we were kids, we had some great games out there. And I'm going to say Final Fight is one of my favourite beat-em-ups of all time. And it's nice that this kind of pays homage to that in a way. And Vendetta, also a lot of fun, which I believe I've reviewed on this channel. I will link them in the description, actually, so if you do fancy going to see those reviews, then you can just click on the link and be taken directly to them. That will help you out immensely. This game is available on Steam, so if you want to go and grab that, then you can do. It's well worth it, by the way. So go and grab yourselves a copy of this game. Has anyone gone out and got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge yet, based on the other review I've done on that? If not, why not? Because that's a damn fine beat-em-up and worthy successor to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time. Anyway, so back to this. So it is 2 players simultaneously, which you'll, as you know, if you've been a long time standing member of this channel, you'll know I love multiplayer fun. Now, I like the fact you got a boss almost straight away. That's quite cool. Sorry, Rocco, but you're... oh, Big Frank. His name is Big Frank. I'm guessing his name's Frank, and he's big, so he earned that nickname. And he wallops, he gives quite a hard punch. So my character here sort of focuses on the... he's basically like a street fight wrestler kind of guy, isn't he, really? I can do elbow drops and stuff, so that cements the wrestling in there. You get different ranks for the end of each level as well. I'm guessing that's based on how many hits you take, how many hits you dish out, etc, etc. Why does every fighting game have a blooming train section? It's almost like it has to be. It's the unwritten rule of a beat-em-up. You have to have a tram section or train section where everybody just kicks the crap out of each other on their way to their destination. But I love the fact there's so many different mob types as well. We're not just restricted to, you know, the same mobs over and over again. The sprites are very well drawn, actually, and the animations are good. I think the over-exaggerated walk is actually quite amusing, and I think it was done on purpose, because you notice that none of the other characters are doing it. So I think that's quite fun. It gives an element of the game. But yeah, very smooth animations, background animations going on as well. You can see there that the lights are all flashing past the train car that we're in, and that works really well. So, the graphics aside, let's look at the control system. It's very simple. You've got a punch button, you've got a block button, and you've got a jump button. Push two buttons together and you do your special move. It seems to be the same. If you've got a super move, maybe it doesn't take any energy to do it, possibly. Wow, look at all these guys. I'm going to bat them to death. Check it out. Yeah, weapons as well. Obviously, you can pick up weapons if they're dropped, which is cool. I like that. There's some nods here. Very, very strong nods, in fact, to some of the Final Fight characters. As the guy leapt over and threw his knives at me, there is a guy in Final Fight that does the exact same thing. But he doesn't throw his knives. He sort of just tries to stab you in the head as he jumps over you. So I think that's a really nice nod to that game as well. And just the general aesthetic of this is more Vendetta than Final Fight, but you get the idea. They've merged the two games together to come up with one kick-ass beat-em-up. I quite like this game, actually. It's good fun. And fun is the key word for me here, because if a game's not fun, why the hell are we playing it? But then I suppose that's what you look for in the channel. You're looking for my unbiased opinions, because, well, that's what you're here for. You're not here for me to blow smoke up people's backsides. If a game sucks, I will tell you. And if you don't believe me and what is in front of your eyes, then you can go and try these things out for yourself, which I highly recommend you do, because not everybody's tastes are the same. So, yeah, if I don't like something, maybe you will, but that's my prerogative, and I'm sticking to it. So there you go. But this game is fun, and yeah, highly recommend you get it, especially if you enjoy playing beat 'em ups with your mates. Always a good thing to do. So grab a copy of the game. It's not massively expensive either, so yeah, go and support the devs. They've done a really good job on this. So yeah, those are the controls, left, right, up, down. Obviously, you can sort of double tap up and double tap down as well to sort of dodge, and you can also run by double tapping in the direction you want to go. So that opens up another few moves for you. So that's a nice little addition as well. Although running seems to be quite prevalent in fighting games these days anyway, but it's nice that they've included it. So there. Sound is very good as well. Very arcade beat 'em up sort of sound effects going on here, with a great music soundtrack as well. So once I've wrapped up the review, I'll see if there's any time left that I can just pop the volume back up without me talking over the top, and you can have a listen to it for yourself. Here's the classic gang up in the corner techniques that these guys use. Just be aware that can happen and will happen. I'm down to 2 lives, so we'll just carry on and see how far we can get with what we've got left. You do get extra lives as well, which is nice. But yeah, all in all, very, very nice little beat 'em up that you can easily pick up and play. So playability, it's definitely playable, as you can see. It's a lot of fun, and it's one of those little stress reliever games, isn't it? You come home from work, long day at work, you can just beat someone up, take out your day's frustrations, out on a bunch of yobs in your local train station. And I do mean within the game. I do not mean in real life. So we've got these guys here. I suppose they're like Bill Bull and that from Final Fight, quite big stocky characters. That's quite nice. And you've got these ladies that I suppose could be Poison, I guess. But yeah, you can see where all the influences are. So yeah, sounds amazing. You've got really nice soundtrack as you go, really nice sort of thumping arcade soundtrack, which is great. And then you've got all the individual sound effects as well, all the punches, knocks, groans, and everything else included. Go back on the bloody train again. Oh, okay, he looks fun. Boss fights are good as well. They've put some real nice thought into the bosses themselves, and they look fun, if that makes sense. I mean, look at this guy. He just looks awesome. So I'm happy about that. Also, collision detection is very good as well. You can throw enemies into each other and they will knock each other over. I mean, that's pretty bog standard anyway, but it's nice again that's been included. So replay value, well, you're going to come back to this game. You know, even if you finish it on your own, then maybe you want to finish it with a different character. And of course you can then finish it with your friends, which of course is where the big draw is going to come from, as far as I'm concerned. Playing these sort of games with your mates, a few beers, things get very silly. It becomes a lot more fun than you intended it to be in the first place. So highly recommend that. And yeah, please pop along and, you know, give your support to the devs, because they are and have done a great job. The other thing is age rating. Well, you know, that's down to you really. I mean, I would say that you could probably give this to a youngster. It's not exactly brutal. There's no blood, guts and gore. So it's just like it's like a bog standard beat 'em up, which, I mean, you just pick up a controller and mash some buttons. You know, give them a go. I think it's probably a good starting point anyway. So, but let me know. Let me know if you've had this game already. Tell me in the comments what you think of this game from just this review so far, and whether you would go and get it. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description for you as well, so you can actually go and purchase it yourselves. But yes, it's a worthy one. It's a worthy one, and it's good fun, and it's a nice. Although it doesn't particularly bring anything new to the table as far as the beat-em-up genre goes, it's a very good effort, and it's just fun to play something new that's in this retro design, and I think that's really quite cool. There you go, so there's another nod to Final Fight there with the sword on the floor. In fact, it's almost identical to the sword on the floor. And yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. Go and get it, and that is my final word. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I will speak to you again very, very soon. Hopefully reviews will be coming out a little bit quicker over the next few days. Do apologise for the lack of them. It's just been one thing after another. So anyway, it's nice to be back, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. I'll be back very soon with a brand new one. You take it easy, and until next time, my friends, you keep it retro, and it's bye for now. Ta-da!